Lynn Tate stepped inside her single-wide trailer. The icy February air swirled through the open door and pierced her exposed skin. Lynn was tall, slender, had straight brunette hair, and her normally beige face was scarlet from the frozen night. Lynn's voice tremored as she called through her home. "Tommy?" The dining room light glowed over the table, illuminating 2 torn-out pages of a journal. Lynn's black cat greeted her at the door, twisting through her legs. Lynn stepped to the table. The words, "From your son," were written at the top of the torn-out pages. Tommy Tate, the last day, February 18th. I felt fear explode inside my chest. I walked as quickly as I could. If Mr. Stallard found me on the way to the annex, it would ruin everything. The robbery, the months of planning, and the years of abuse that made this happen. I heard footsteps in a hallway behind me, and the sounds immediately put my throat in a chokehold. I threw open the annex door and pinned myself to a wall inside. No matter how much I breathed, it felt like I was going to suffocate. When I felt the panic finally leave me, I walked through the annex and stopped at the desk overlooking the darkened second-story windows of our gym. I set out my tools, and I couldn't stop looking at them. I should have never come back to this school, not after last April. I thought back to how the year started, how Mr. Austin convinced me to stay with a single can of Dr. Pepper. I was stupid to believe this year could be any different. I never should have come back. From the desk, I stared through the annex windows and looked over the gym. I knew what Dexter meant when he called the annex the Latimer Watchtower. From these windows, I could see everything. The gym, the banners for the basketball tourney, and I could see tonight. I felt the cool surface of my favorite tool, my weapon. Adam was going to be there tonight. Adam, the person who ruined everything for me. He started it out in 2nd grade. He called me a piggy, a loser, and soon everyone called me Tommy Taint. They said it so much they forgot who I was. And somewhere along the way, I couldn't remember my own name. Today, I know I am Tommy. I am Tommy Lee Tate. And after tonight, they'll never forget it again. Lynn turned over the page and frantically skipped to her son's final entry. "Oh, God," she whispered. "Please, Tommy, no." Tommy Tate, The Black Journal, February 19th. I committed suicide last night. I have seen the life in front of me, and it is one I do not wish to live. I was just not meant for this life. Mom, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I was the monster they always said I was. I'm sorry you wasted your time on a piss stain like me. I am sorry to everyone who believed I was worth a shit. I'm sorry to everyone who believed in me. I just don't belong here. I am not meant for this life. Tommy Lee Tate. Mascara-cloaked tears ran down her face and splashed against the wooden floor. A passing train roared in the distance. It shook the trailer and echoed in Lynn's eardrums. Crumbling the note in her palms, Lynn released a guttural, throat-tearing scream. "Tommy, I'm sorry," she wailed. "I'm so sorry." The sound of a train whirling through the trailer, Lynn collapsed against the table and cried out through the night. "Please come home, Tommy. Come home."